Hi everybody, this is Exotic Car Play Place, and it's Mark here again to give you another little instruction on how I do some of the little projects on the Lamborghini Gallardo. So what I'm going to do today is we're doing a rear bumper removal, and so because a lot of you guys are like to do the work yourself on your Lamborghinis, obviously it's a used car, not everybody wants to take their car to the dealer, so this goes in line with a lot of the other videos that I've been creating, and that is do it yourself. In this case, what we're doing is removing the rear bumper cover from a 2005 Lamborghini Gallardo. Now this is pretty much going to apply for every car from a 2004, 5, 6, 7, and 8 model year, and even the LP cars are very similar. But we are going to get started on a rear bumper cover removal today, and I'm going to show you step by step how that works because, and I'm so excited about this everybody, stick around, not only for this video, stick around, come back for the next video, because the next video is where I fit the new Lamborghini Tubi exhaust system that I was supplied by Best Exhaust out of Australia. So anyway, stick around. I'm going to show you step by step, and you hopefully will take this. You can do this stuff yourself too. It's not really that difficult. For anybody who's got, you know, a reasonable amount of mechanical aptitude, has a few tools, this is an easy do-it-yourself project, but I'm going to be doing this step by step, showing you the drill, and we're going to look at every little detail. So the first step is you want to crack all these lug nuts. Oh yeah. So you want to crack all of these, loosen them off. I already used the breaker bar, by the way. I'm just showing you the steps. So you want to make sure you loosen these off before you jack the car up, because that's one of the steps that's going to follow here. So we're going to have to make sure we loosen these off a little bit. Don't take them right off. Obviously the car will collapse, but make sure you loosen them off, because when the wheel's in the air, it's a little bit tough. The wheel wants to turn and it's tough to get leverage to remove that. So that's the first step. So I've cracked both sides. Both wheels are loose. Now we're going to start by pulling these panels off. We don't have to, I mean, some of these next steps aren't critical in the right order, but I'm going to start loosening. There's bolts on this side to remove this little panel, and then there's a bunch on that other bigger panel over there. We're going to loosen take all these bolts out, take these little grills off. Make sure you don't lose any of these screws. They're hard to find. And when you tighten them up, make sure you don't over tighten them either, because the tabs behind here are very fragile. And that's the one thing I noticed working on the Lambo. It truly has a lot of fragile parts to it. And it's very easy to damage stuff. So everything you're doing, taking apart fasteners, go gentle with it, because parts do break. We're going to undo. Take this one off. We're almost done. And do that all the way. Again, very gentle. Watch that paint. Okay, so we got the fourth one here. You got one at each corner here. We're going to very gentle. Okay. Okay, we start on the next panel. Now it also helps after you undo, sometimes they don't come out all the way, so just give it a little magnet, boom. And that's good, because that way you don't lose any. Alright, so now if you can see, we've got the 3 panels off, 4 screws here that are gone. We've got a bunch here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws, 7, 8. 8 screws off of this one, 4 off each corner. So these are all off now. Now next we're going to jack the car up. So you slide a jack under there. You'll notice a fairly low profile jack, so it can fit under a Lambo. Lambo's quite low. So always protect it. And that cross frame is commonly known lift point on these cars. It's very sturdy. Now I keep jacking. So I'm gonna find a place to jack. Now you'll notice on here you've got a couple of Torx fittings that need to be undone here too. That's going to let go of this bottom splitter. for now, I'm going to put this right here because we want to clear for the tires so I can get the wheels off. It's like everything. When you're working under a car, you make sure you do it safely. So I'm going to put a couple of wood blocks. Okay, so we're going to put these. Lower down. Under here. May as well just undo these so they're done. Get them all wrapped up. 2 on either side. Yeah. Okay. Actually, the splitter's in not bad shape. I got a little mark there. Pretty easy to see what kind of condition some of these cars are in when you start looking underneath. And I know when I was looking for Gallardos before I came across this one, I looked at a few and a couple of them were all beat up to the point where they obviously backed over a curb or hit something big. And little things like that kind of turned me off. So let's start taking these wheels off. Okay. Alright. There we are. Holy shit, that's some serious rubber under these bad boys. Look at that tire, guys. Wow. That is a big wheel on these Lambos. Get this other one off. Get that out of the road. And I think what we're going to do is pull out this fender liner. I don't think we have to pull out the front one. We're going to try out to pull out the back. I hope we can do it without this. So it looks like we're going to try this one here and just this back one because it overlaps. But we're going to do these guys. Start undoing all these little screws and fasteners. Okay. Okay, so we've done all these bolts. There's a couple more down in the side, one here, one here. Don't forget before you start pulling on this inner liner here that there's 2 at the bottom here that they'll catch you. They're on the bottom splitter. Make sure you get those first. So we're gonna pop this loose and slowly slide that out of there. Yeah. Now the other thing you want to do next is these light bulbs. I already did the one on the other side, but I'll show you right here. You want to get these marker lights. That's these lights here. You want to make sure you pull this out. There. You don't want to rip them out of there. So pull that out. Okay, so we got a 10 mil up here. 10 millimeter, you got to make sure you get that. You don't want to tighten this one up too tight later either, because this actually happens to be the backing on your plastic fender, so you don't want to split that. Okay, so we got that out. We can take another one here. We want to take these out. Take that with your Torx. What's the paint again? Take this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Pull that back. That one dropped a little bit and I used a little tape to hold it. Okay, so now I've got it all off. I've undone the, got to make sure you undo this. I just unclipped that too. And I slid this back, so when you undo everything, you slide it straight back, but be careful, you should have a friend with you, otherwise it's going to drop. So I'm going to undo this, so you'll notice I use some tape to help me along. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed that video of me pulling the rear bumper off the Lamborghini Gallardo. Obviously, it is do-it-yourself project. It's always better probably to have an extra set of hands if you can get it. If you can't, just be careful. Make sure you stage everything so that you're not going to damage the nice painted parts and that everything goes back together nice and snug. So everybody, again, I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and we'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget, we're going to be doing the Lamborghini Gallardo upgrade on the exhaust system next. And this is part of the step why I created this video, is because this is the first stage in upgrading your exhaust system. So thanks again, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.